Nintendo is jacking up their game prices and under-delivering. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is Nintendo's first $70 game, while The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is one of the most hotly anticipated video game sequels of all time. That's not the only reason it's notable this week. It is also sadly the first Nintendo game to hit the $70 threshold. While physical copies of the game have previously been available for pre-order at places like GameStop for $60, Nintendo confirms that the cheapest version will be selling for $70. Pre-orders for the game at that $60 price point suddenly stopped being accepted by retailers on Tuesday night. At least Nintendo can say that they were the last ones to do it, after a number of major publishers like Activision, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers decided that 2022 was the year that they could start charging $70 for games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Gotham Knights. Starfield, along with other first-party Microsoft games, will start costing $70 as well. Even indie games are starting to raise their prices right now. Freeman, we've been at $60 for so long. What do you think about this $70 price point?
Yeah, I think it's actually long overdue, and this is probably going to catch some flack, but the price of games has been set at $60 for literally like the past 15 years. And to think like inflation rate last year alone was 8%, and games have just now gone up just $10. So you think, your price of milk 3 years ago was $2. Now it's $5. It's doubled in price for milk, eggs. I mean, we could joke all day about the price of gas, right? Yet alone, your games have stayed at $60 or $59.99 for literally 15 years. And just in the last 8 months or 12 months, they've gone up to $70. I kind of think Nintendo is finally playing catch up to what Microsoft and Sony have been doing now for about a year. So I don't know. It sucks, right? I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh boy, I can't wait to pay more for my game. But I'm honestly surprised the price of games isn't higher, because the cost to develop games, it costs a lot more to develop a game now with all the like game engine development that has to happen, graphics, licensing, music. Games now are literally becoming to this point more expensive to produce than a lot of major movies, because they're so development intensive and that stuff is expensive. So I'm kind of not surprised.
Yeah, I agree. I think raising the price on the games is perfectly fine. The game prices would have went up a long time ago if things like YouTube and Twitch did not come on, like when YouTube came on in 2006, and then Twitch in 2011 after that. If those blew up video game exposure massively, and I'm sure the sales, if you look at the sales of video games in 2004, 2005, based on what they are now, it's astronomically larger. And so the only reason we've been able to keep prices down on games is because of the amount of people that are buying games and keeping these developers and these studios funded, right? If say they had only doubled the amount of people buying video games, I think a game would cost at least $100 for a base game right now. So we've actually been really lucky. And I feel the same way you do. I do not mind them going up $10 on a game. What I do mind, however, is this collector's edition. So the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom collector's edition has been revealed. Nintendo has confirmed what the collector's edition of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will look like and cost during their most recent Nintendo Direct event. The collector's bundle, costing $129.99, includes a steel bookcase with what looks like Zonai runes and markings, a Tears of the Kingdom art book and concept art, an icon art steel poster, a 4 set of pin badges, and a box that bundles them all together, like the box is some kind of great thing. Nintendo Direct also revealed that a brand new Link amiibo for the game. However, this will be separate from the collector's bundle. The cost of this amiibo is not yet confirmed. It's actually a very underwhelming collector's edition. Tell me if you think that the contents of this warrants a $130 price tag.
So in context, that is only $60 more than the base edition of the game, now being $70. I think it's a ripoff. I am going to be honest. If it included the amiibo, which is probably going to be sold for somewhere between, $12 and $20, if it included that, it probably would have been worth it between the pins and that. But to say you just get pins in a steel bookcase, like, look, Best Buy can't even give you, they can't give away steel bookcases fast enough. Every Best Buy game, I swear, comes with one, because like a steel bookcase costs like 2 cents to make, like $2 to buy if you want to just straight buy one. So for them to say, oh, you get a steel bookcase, you get some pins, and it's justifiable for a $60 higher price tag, I think that's outrageous. Back in the day, right, you used to be able to spend $160, $200, and you would get like statues. In Call of Duty, you got a freaking night vision goggle headset, you got an RC car, Halo, yeah, you got statues, you got books that came with the game. Fallout, you had like the Pip-Boy, like all this cool stuff for under a $200 price point, and that included the game. And here Nintendo has the nerve to say, yep, guess what, $130 gets you some pins.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
It's best.
And the thing is, like, you like the pins. My favorite thing would be the steel poster. Like, I wouldn't give two farts about the pins. I would just stick them in a drawer, The steel poster I could stick up on the wall at least. But it
comes with a steel poster?
Yeah, a steel poster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that changes it. I don't know.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. How much does a steel poster cost to make? They printed it for like
I'm willing to bet
$3.20.
If it's like a steel lithograph, it's probably gonna be like a 6-inch one. It's not gonna be like anything big enough to be like, I'm proud of this on my wall. It's gonna be like this big.
They did not reveal the size of it. Let me see if there's a picture of it. Here's you a picture of the collector's edition. You have your box that is apparently a part of the amazingness, your pin set, the game, your steel bookcase, your art, and then this little steel poster guy. Yeah, which is probably one of the 6-inch ones, like you said, because it's got to fit into the game box. It's got to fit in this box, so it's small.
Yeah, like this to me does not justify $129.99. This justifies maybe
the $100 price tag. Yeah.
It probably justifies that, or 110 even, but to say $130, this is all you get, is kind of crazy already, with the game being now $70. The weird thing about this, Colt, is I know this will get sold out in a flash, and we're already seeing that, where pre-orders go live and are instantly sold out for this, because it's a Zelda game. It's a flagship franchise for Nintendo. You get one of these games maybe once in a decade, so people are going to gobble it up, and they're going to love it, and that's fine. If you love Zelda and you want to spend $130 on this, go for it. If you don't hate on for someone else for doing it. Me personally, I wouldn't pay that for it. I will buy the base game, because I gotta see how the story continues through Tears of the Kingdom.
So if you enjoyed that video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to this channel, and let us know in the comments, do you think that the $70 price tag is warranted? Do you think it was time for the developers to go up on their game prices? And what do you think about the collector's edition? $130? Let us know if you think it's worth that. Thank you for watching. I'm Colt.
And I'm Freeman, and we've been Dutacular. We'll see you in the next one.